Hi everyone, it's Oliver. Welcome to part 2 of my Q&A session. So following on from before, Cedric asks what's my favorite Filipino food. Spring rolls, if that counts as Filipino, which I think it does, yeah. Spring rolls, as well as adobo, like chicken adobo. Maya, what are my favorite triggers? So the tapping or the camera tapping and the role plays, as well as the singing. And if Kayin, K-A-Y-I-N, K-A-Y-I-N, Kayin. Sorry, I'm probably butchering your name. Let me know in the comments if you're watching, and let me know how to pronounce your name. My question for you is, if you could be part of a TV family, which would it be? That's a good question. I guess if it's not really a blood-related family, but the community family, I think it'd be cool to be with like Jeff Winger and all the crew. That'd be really awesome to be a part of. It's a little bit toxic at times, but pretty wholesome in the end. Good question though. Kundra asks, do you have any pets? No, I don't at the moment, no. I would like a dog though in the future, just a small one, nice and manageable. I really like those small ones. Yep. Dear Dream asks, what is your favorite thing to do with your free time? Probably that self-development stuff. I like to sit down, go on YouTube and watch some self-development stuff or lectures in a topic that interests me, mainly psychology, finance, sports such as volleyball and soccer, video creating or video editing, just how to be better in general. What inspired me to do physio? So I've answered that one already. Hurt my knee, so I thought I'd try and pass on the gains, I guess, and help other people as well. Very satisfying role and job to be doing. Do I watch One Piece? Also from Dear Dream, do I watch One Piece? No, I don't. Although I've heard it's quite good. Very long series though, not my cup of tea because of that. It's like over 800 episodes or something. I don't have the time. Do you have any other anime recommendations? I really like Code Geass, if you've seen that. If you haven't seen that, definitely worth checking out Code Geass. But yeah, Hexandrix, good on you, Ollie. Thank you, Hexandrix. Actually, you're the first person that's called me Ollie, actually. A lot of people just say Oliver, so not that I don't mind, it's fine. Oliver, what type of triggers do you best enjoy to listen? Already gone through that. Nathy, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream and least favorite? Don't really have a least favorite. I don't have ice cream all that often, to be honest. But I do like cookies and cream or chocolate, classic, vanilla, strawberry. They're all basic ones, but I don't really have that much ice cream to begin with. Lots of love from Brazil. That's cool. I wish I could speak Portuguese. I don't know how to say hello back. Lance asks my top 3 ASMR triggers. I think it would have, in any particular order, the camera tapping in general, and just roleplay or explaining things, or really immersing yourself. That type of trigger. Harvey Lloyd, will you ever do an ASMR butler video? I can try. I think I could do that. Be a lot of fun as well. I just have to write a script for it though. I usually do scripts for my roleplay videos and go off that, so I'd have to get back to you on that one. But yeah, stay tuned for a butler video potentially. Fire It says, well done and stay safe. Thank you. Stay safe as well. Sarah Salsa has a few questions. I probably won't be able to answer all of them, Sarah, because they take a while, and they're all sort of questions I've answered already. So, but thank you for your questions and appreciate your comments. Thank you, Sarah Salsa. I like the alliteration in your name. Mistake, thank you. If you could speak any language besides English, what would it be? French, maybe French or Spanish. I feel like they're pretty well known and a lot more useful in more than one country, or German maybe. Those languages would be cool to know, or Italian, all of them, or Filipino, Tagalog. Dean says, any tips for aspiring medical practitioners like you? Keep doing what you're doing. I'm guessing you haven't gotten this far by slacking. You've definitely got a work ethic and a drive to get to where you are today. And I feel like if you just keep at it and do what you're doing right now, then you'll be graduating in no time. So good on you, Dean. Keep doing that. The world could use more health professionals and caring people, which I don't doubt that you are not. Devon, thank you. Apparently I sound like Thor. Thank you. Michael Nortz, I would like to know what got you into doing ASMR videos. So I've answered that one. Just wanted something to do after work, bit of a motivator or driving factor. Sorry if I'm repeating myself a few times. I'm just trying to answer you guys specifically so I don't ignore. It doesn't feel like I've ignored you guys. I'm definitely reading all the comments here. Marvin asks, can I do a meme review? Not sure. My laptop at the moment can't really take the constant clipping and editing. It takes a really long time to do that. I've done it for a few videos and it takes ages. But potentially when I get a new PC, I'm open to that. I don't know if I'd be any good at it though, but it's something I could try. Con on Fleek asks, are you Filipino? Yes, I am half on my mum's side. Angel Vital, will you marry me? Sorry, no. But I know you're not. I know you're just joking. And what is my ethnicity? Yes, so my mum's Filipino from the Philippines, and my dad is from England. But I was born and raised in Australia, and I currently reside there at the moment. Do you have any pets also from Angel Vital? I don't, but I would like a dog in future, not really sure what breed in particular, maybe a Papillion or something small. My favorite food, probably sushi, and color. I really like blue or green. Those are my favorite colors. What type of music do I listen to and would I recommend? Answer this as my first question in part 1, so definitely go back and check that if you would like to know, David. But thank you for your question. And favorite ASMR YouTubers, GB ASMR, all the channels I've listed on my YouTube page, all the channels in there, but GB's definitely my favorite by far. ASMR Hen, shout out to you, small ASMR artist here. All the best, Hen. And Daniel, I'm currently at uni doing physiology. What made you want to get into physio? I think I've answered that one already. Thank you, Daniel, and good luck with your studies. Whoops, almost skipped over a question. How am I doing today? I'm doing pretty well, pretty good. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing as well. You're doing well as well, Veronica. And has your voice always been so deep? Not always, of course. I think grade 9 or around about 14 is when my voice dropped, and yeah, a lot of people were surprised. I remember it dropped during school holidays, so I remember getting back next year, and a lot of my peers were like, "Whoa, Oliver, you sure that's you?" Like that type of thing. They were surprised as I was as well. But thank you, Veronica. And I appreciate that you're asking these questions, even though English is not your second language. So I respect that. But yeah, you definitely are asking the correct questions correctly. English is a tricky language, so you're doing well to write all that. I can only speak one language, so the fact you can speak more than one is amazing in my eyes. Warren, Binary God, I think I'll skip over that question. Redestro Gaming, shout out to you. What made you decide to start YouTube? Yeah, just wanted to do something after work. Do you speak any other language? Not really, no. A little bit of Tagalog here and there. from what I've learnt from Mum. Callie, what inspired you? So there's a few repeat questions here, so I'll try and just gloss over them. Thank you, Rodolfo. Thank you for, I hope I said that right, Rodolfo. Avery asks, any favourite movies? And I like Shawshank Redemption a lot, and also the one with Jodie Foster, one Best Picture, Silence of the Lambs. I really like Silence of the Lambs too. It's a really cool thriller. Those would probably be my two favourite too. Ralph says, hello from Quebec. Hello. And thank you for your question. I've already answered that one. Brian Baltazar, not a question, but just enamored. Oh, good word, Brian. Just enamored with your content and quite honestly, your voice. Thank you. The last time asks, I would really love for you to do a paramedic responding to an accident type of roleplay. Yeah, I think I could do that. I hope it's something that won't be too stressful though. I feel like that scenario in and of itself might be a bit stress inducing, but maybe not. I'll look into it, come up with a few ideas and see how we go. But thank you for your suggestion. I'll keep that in mind. And Bree, do I watch or listen to ASMR with or without earphones and headphones? Generally with earphones. Although my hearing I think it's my earphones that aren't very good, and I can't really, even if they're turned up to full volume, I can't hear well. But when I have them out, I can hear perfectly fine. So I'm pretty sure, maybe I need to do an ear exam, but I'm pretty sure that's more a problem with the headphones rather than my hearing, because I can hear perfectly fine without them in. So I might just need new headphones. They're not very good. Nicholas, what hobbies interest you? Just another recap: soccer, as in football, volleyball, self-development, playing the keyboard, which is right there actually, in that position, looking at it right now. A bit of anime, TV shows, not so much, but I do watch some, and video games, but not as much anymore, as I've had to do transition into ASMR content instead of playing video games at the moment. What's the creator you want to work with or collab with the most? Good question. I think a dream collab would be with Fred ASMR, or Fred's Voice ASMR. That'd be unreal. Can you imagine all the hello there, hello there, hello there? I admire that. I admire his voice. A little bit too loud for ASMR. Oh, that's fine. I try maybe lowering the volume. But yeah, if it's too loud, I'm sorry. I'll try to have a look at that and see if I can adjust things in the post-edit. But Siddharth, I wouldn't be surprised if you hit 100k by next month. Thank you, Siddharth. Siddharth, yeah, I hope I'm saying that right. Do you speak Filipino language? Tagalog? No, only a few words, unfortunately. Jack Smith, if you were in a horror movie, which character would you be? The one who goes first or the lone survivor, etc.? I definitely think I wouldn't be the first to die, but not the one that makes it to the end. I think I'd have my wits for a little bit and then not think about something, and then bang, that's it, mistake over, and I'm gone skis. Heather, do I have a spouse or partner? I'll leave that for now, just for privacy reasons. Kids, no, I don't have kids, but I would like some in the future, for sure. What's my favourite part of being a physio? Honestly, really watching the rehabilitation process and seeing people achieve their goals, no matter how big or how small. Yeah, it's always awesome to see the facial reactions or the progress from day 0 to up till discharge. That's a really cool feeling and something that's awesome to witness firsthand and be a part of. Great question. I hope you guys have something as well that you can be passionate about, and I think that's really important for a fulfilling life, something that you really enjoy doing and have a passion for. So thank you for the question, Heather. Santito asks a lot of questions. I'll try gloss over them and answer as many as possible. But do I have siblings? Yes. From which part of Australia? Queensland. What are you doing at your free time? Some of the hobbies I mentioned earlier. When did I discover ASMR? Mentioned earlier. Are you open to teach English? Because your speech is very clear to understand. Maybe I can do an English teaching roleplay or teacher roleplay in the future. McDonald's or Burger King? Neither, to be honest. I like Subway. Sorry, hopefully that doesn't offend anyone. Are you patient? Generally. Yeah, generally I try to slow things down and see things from different people's perspectives. Practice a bit of empathy. Which type of food do you like? Japanese cuisine is my favorite. How does the brand of your blazers... What's the brand of my blazers? They're from YD and Connor, which are Australian-based companies. And that's where I get my classic shirts as well. So thanks for your questions, Santito. My favorite TV shows and movies, asks John. Community, definitely. And Death Note, I guess if that counts as a TV show. And thank you for your kind words. Hi, Skylar. You live in Massachusetts in the USA. What are your favorite types of ASMR to listen to? Definitely the role plays. Yeah. Have you ever visited the United States? Thanks, Jamie, for your question. I have. When I was younger, I went to Disneyland, Texas, North Carolina, those areas where I had family. And it was really nice. I want to go back one day. What's an anime you are looking forward to watching? I've recently started watching Baki, B-A-K-I, on Netflix, and that's been quite very violent, but a good show so far. Any TV shows or movies that I'm super into? Probably Community. I really like Community. If you ever had a chance to collaborate with an ASMR artist, who would it be? I've answered this one. Fred's voice. Is a video in Tagalog a possibility? Unfortunately, probably not, just because I don't know many words, but I can definitely throw them into some videos when it suits, if that's okay. Complexity Oliver, we're name buddies, hooray. You deserve all the love, bro. Thanks, man. Appreciate your support. SZ asks, well, that's not a question, but thank you for your kind comments, SZ. Oh no, you do ask a question, sorry. My favorite ASMR artists are on my channel page. Feel free to click them. Did you use ASMR prior to starting your channel? Yep, definitely. For a couple years throughout university, it got me through many sleepless night and study session, just having it on in the background. That, as well as the Attack on Titan soundtrack, which oddly enough really got me focused. So the epic soundtrack got me focused, as well as ASMR in the background. Hannah, what got me into physio? Already answered this one, so thank you for your question though. And is it hard to balance work and creating content on YouTube? That's what Jazz asks. Thanks, Jazz. It is getting a bit harder and harder, but I enjoy a challenge. I just have to sacrifice some things here and there. Yeah, there's definitely time throughout the day. I just have to be very strategic and plan my afternoons and evenings after work, if that makes sense. Good question though. Dion asks, have I traveled overseas? Yes, I've been to roughly, I think, 22 countries, if I include Australia, or 23. So I really enjoy travel. I'm very fortunate to have parents from overseas, so I have family overseas naturally and have reasons to go and visit all these different countries and amazing places. So I definitely would like to do more travel. And I do have some travel plans to go to New Zealand later this year, but current situation, of course we can't do that, but in the future. I've been to New Zealand before, but I was hoping to go down for ski season. I'm a snowboarder, by the way. Nathan, that's awesome. Would I do an up-close eye exam? Yeah, potentially. I could do that. I've got a fair few other videos I want to work through first, but it's something I could do. Yep. And I have visited the UK, when I was younger again. I actually went in 2018, I've been twice now, and went to like mainland Europe and England. I haven't done Scotland or any of those other areas, but I've done England, and I really like it there. Very cold though. Favorite music artists, asked by Hannah. That was my very first question I answered, Hannah, so hopefully you already have the answer to that one. And would I ever do a close-up whispering vid or only soft-spoken? It's definitely not off the cards. People seem to really like the soft-spoken stuff at the moment, so I'll stick to that for now. But I can definitely do different videos every now and then just to break the cycle. So yeah, don't be discouraged. I probably will do a soft-spoken and up-close whispering video. What am I watching on Netflix? Community, just because it was added. Although I finished it now, but I'm watching it. And Baki, which is an anime. What was your favorite parts about high school? Also asked by Anna. Probably my friends. I'm still really good friends with my friends from high school to this day. Really appreciate them. Yeah, good circle, social circle. Thank you, Reynaldo, for your compliment on my clothing. And Natalie, just found your channel. Wow, love it. Who are your favorite ASM artists? Check out my channel page. And what TV shows do I watch? Like I said, Community, Baki, Kingdom. Those are the ones at the moment. I tried watching You, but I couldn't get into it. It's not my cup of tea. The book cycle. Do I like to read? What is my favorite book? I do like to read, but I haven't had as much time now. Like I said, I've got to sacrifice things so I can focus on the channel and while still work. So I've had to sacrifice reading books, which I normally would do. But my favorite book recently has been Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. It's just a brief synopsis. It's about a few almost case studies or following people's lives and how they became so good in their field, or outliers. Definitely recommend it. It's a very interesting read if you want to study the story of success, as Malcolm puts it. Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, I believe is his name, a journalist. Ursula, thank you for your questions, Ursula. I don't think I'm the first Filipino artist. I think Fairy Chart ASMR is half Filipino. She definitely looks it. And my social media accounts, Instagram at OZONE ASMR. I don't have a Facebook and I don't have a Twitter at this stage. Just a bit too much for me to do at the moment. I'm just sticking to Instagram at the moment. Ursula asked a few questions. Thank you. Thank you, Ursula, for your kind words and support. Lawrence, what was your favorite show growing up? Very good question. I really liked Pokemon. Hey, I'm not going to lie. I really loved Pokemon. I think it was Pokemon Advanced Battle was the one I grew up with, or Pokemon Next Generation. I can't remember. Yeah, but Pokemon regardless. And Naruto, the kiddie version of Naruto, the original Naruto, not Shippuden. What are some of your favorite movies? Shawshank Redemption. Oh my gosh, got a mind blank here. Shawshank Redemption and Silence of the Lambs are my all-time favorites. My favorite Filipino dish, spring rolls, and favorite Australian dish. I think rump steak, if that's Australian. I guess that's a universal thing. Australia isn't really well known for its cuisine, but probably a Bunnings snag, which is just a hot dog really from one of our hardware stores. But yeah, probably a Bunnings snag for Australian cuisine. Tiffany is thrilled to know that I'm Filipino. You're a frequent viewer from the Philippines. Awesome. Salamat po. And sorry, I don't speak Tagalog, but I'll just try say it. Ano ang paborito mong pagkain nagaling Pinas or Filipino food? I probably really butchered that sentence, but I'm guessing it's something to do with my favorite Filipino food, and probably spring rolls. I hope that's what you're asking me. Sorry, I don't speak Tagalog. Would you create a ASMR relaxing video with relaxing music in the background? Yeah, that's something I could do. Ambient sounds in the background. Getting a lot of good ideas here, actually. Thanks, guys. Tony Lee, what do I do for fun? Play piano, play volleyball, study up, and try to be the best version of myself. What is the equipment I use? In my description of my videos, I actually have which equipment I use. And right now I'm using my Samsung Galaxy S9 to record, as well as a Blue Yeti microphone with a pop filter. And that's what I use at the moment. I need to get some lighting. I don't have anything at the moment, so I'll work on that soon. But thanks, Ursula. Pancakes and Bacon asks, do your friends and family know you have a channel? Yes, actually, good question. I like that one. My parents know, my siblings know, and my close friends know. I figured, why not tell them? If they support you, then they're your true friends and family, and they do, which I'm very appreciative of. So yeah, I've no shame sharing that information with them. And yeah, I get what you mean. It can be seen as like weird, and I thought that initially as well. But I thought, hey, Oliver, if these people don't support you for doing something that you like, then are they really your friends? You know what I mean? But luckily, thankfully, it went down really well, and they're very supportive. And they watch my videos quite regularly too, actually, which is really cute. Do I work with scoliosis patients? I do every now and then. In the last 18 months, I might have seen a handful. But yeah, it definitely does fall into musculoskeletal physio. Off Me Back asks, what's my favourite sport? Football or soccer? And my favourite sport team is Tottenham Hotspur in the English Premier League, or EPL. Damaris asks how old I am, 22. Do I like ASMR, or am I just doing it for you guys? Both. I like ASMR, but I also like helping people as a physio. So to see all you guys' positive comments and emails and messages that I receive saying how helpful ASMR is to you, that's really awesome. It's really awesome. And ASMR is so much bigger than just a cool sensation. It's a really big source of stress relief, and that to me is amazing. Thank you, Damaris. Jeremy's ASMR. I was wondering where I typically like to shop. I've mentioned some of those stores before: YD, Connor, Maya, H&M, and Cotton On. Some of those are Australian only, though, I believe. But thanks, Jeremy. Memento Reaper. I can't really answer that one. It's quite specific to you. It's a medical related question for those wondering. I would definitely recommend seeing a physio or a GP just to get the specifics on healing timeframes, because once again, I don't know your specific story or background, etc. Rebecca, no, I don't have any pets. Is my voice naturally this deep, or do you deepen it for your ASMR videos? Depends how fast I'm speaking, to be honest. Like right now, I feel like I'm sacrificing my sort of normal tone for pace, if that makes sense. I'm getting a bit out of breath, to be honest, trying to answer every question in time. But it fluctuates. Sometimes I notice my voice is really deep when I'm talking to patients. I'm like, whoa, where did that come from? And other times it's kind of like how it is now, where it's relatively deep, but not baritone or really bassy. Good question, though. I think when I'm in the zone, I have a deeper voice, if that makes sense. The zone. J-Man, thanks, J-Man. The Slayer, thanks, man. Stefan, are there any books you've read recently or favorite authors? Yeah, like I said, Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. Really appreciate and really like that book, actually. Definitely recommend it if you want to check out some really cool stories of success and how people got to where they are. I think there's a few anecdotes about Steve Jobs and the smartest guy in the world, and Bill Gates. There's some really interesting facts and figures about him in that one. as well as like hockey players and such. Are you planning to go to the Philippines? Denzel asks. Yes, eventually. I've been once before, but I would like to go again in the future to visit family. Garyana, pardon me, I've answered those ones, but thank you for your comments. I appreciate that. Call Me Quiet ASMR. Read any good books lately? I always love to know what people are reading. Malcolm Gladwell, Outliers is a really good one. But yeah, haven't had a whole lot of time to delve into books at the moment, unfortunately. But thank you. Always good to hear from a fellow ASM artist. And Mario Bellio. That's fine. Thank you. Thank you for the comment, Maria. Sorry I said Mario. Maria, apologies. Jessica J. Sways. Hey Oliver, do you get tingles yourself when watching ASMR? Yep, I sure do. Sometimes a lot, sometimes not so much. But yeah, I definitely do. And Georgia, which state do I live in? Queensland, Sunshine State. Thanks, Georgia. Caroline asks how tall I am. So I'm roughly just under 6'2", I'm not wearing shoes at the moment, but just under 6'2", and with shoes, boots or whatever, I like to claim 6'2", but yeah, legally 6'1". And how is it possible to be so cute? Thank you. Thank you for your comment, Caroline. Lauren, how did you get into ASMR? Mentioned that one before. Why did you decide to do ASMR? Again, mentioned that one. How old am I? 22. Thank you, Costanza. Goon. Goon asks, who gave you the right to be so handsome? Thank you. Azo, top 10 favorite music artists. That was my first question that I answered. So if you missed it, part 1, question 1. Thank you, Azo. How did you settle on naming your channel OZONE ASMR? I thought I wanted it to have something to do with O for Oliver, and I thought Ollie with ASMR was taken, Ollie ASMR, Oliver ASMR, all those sort of variations were taken. So I thought like Ozone, like Oliver's zone, Ozone. So I just thought OZONE ASMR. Not the most exciting story. A funny story from when I was studying to become a physio. Actually, when we were in prac class, we were all huddled around plinths or medical plinths, practicing tests and stuff on each other. We actually had an earthquake happen while we were sort of all getting dressed and such as students working on each other on medical plinths. An earthquake happened, which is really rare where I studied in Australia. So that was kind of cool. The whole ground just started shaking, and it's kind of scary. But that was a funny story from when I was studying. And do my friends and family know I'm doing ASMR? Yep, they are. My close friends are, and my family. And yeah, they're supportive. They try to understand, and they put in the effort to see what it might be about. So yeah, it's good. Prince Mac though. When is my birthday and my zodiac sign? So I won't say my birthday, but my zodiac sign is Scorpio. The origin of my channel name, I did briefly explain that before. Just a fusion of Oliver and Zone. Oliver's Zone, Ozone, ASMR. Eva, thank you for your question. Thank you for your compliments. What has been the highlight of my week? That's a nice question. My highlight of my week is, so in Australia we can now have people coming into exercise classes, which we run where I work, and it's awesome seeing people who are quite old and not very active being able to come back into the clinic and exercise again. That's really cool to see the smile on their faces, and that happened just this week. Thank you, Brooke, and thank you, Naomi, and thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much. Sorry, just reading through the questions as fast as I can. Kenton, what anime world would you live in and why? Good question. Probably something that's quite normal and not dystopian or anything. Maybe... I don't know. Put me on the spot here. Code Geass? I have no idea, to be honest. Maybe Haikyuu. It'd be cool to be in that whole volleyball world and everything just revolves around volleyball. Agnes, thank you. Favorite food in Australia? I know I was asked this before, but Tim Tams. I don't know how I didn't say that before, but Tim Tams. I don't eat too many of them these days, but Tim Tams, which are really good, nice chocolatey biscuits. Where would you like to be born if you could choose? Not Australia. So probably Canada. That seems pretty cool to live in. If not, New Zealand would probably be very similar to Australia, and I liked my upbringing here. What was my dream job as a kid? I actually wanted to be an astronomer for whatever reason. I remember saying that in grade 6 when I was a little kid. Don't know why, and that clearly fell through. I am terrible at maths and directions and such. What do I love and hate about Australia? Love the laid-back, chilled nature. Hate maybe the cuisine. We don't really have good Australian cuisine. It's quite standard and average. First ASMR artist I ever watched. I think it was Fairy Chart ASMR. I think so. I could be wrong though. I think it was that or ASMR Darling maybe. Yeah. Yes, my family and friends know about YouTube and they're very supportive. Thankfully, I'm very thankful to have that. If I could live anywhere else in the world, probably New Zealand or Canada. Backstreet Boys or NSYNC? Backstreet Boys. I love Backstreet Boys. Thank you, Yasmin. Thank you, Carrot. What is a secret talent I have? So I can do the Rubik's Cube 3x3 in about a minute, which isn't that fast compared to a lot of other people, but I can do it for about under a minute. And I know 30 digits of pi, like 3.14, 15926535897932384626433832795. I'll try to put a visual up so you can compare it. But yeah, I just learned that when I was a kid. I think, or grade 10 or something. Robin asks, what's something you wish everyone could know about you, even without talking to you? Maybe that I do ASMR. I only have told my close friends and such, and it's a bit harder to let people know when they don't know what it is and you're not as close with them. So it'd be cool just for people to know that I don't have to explain the process of ASMR is this, it's this, all the inevitable questions and confusion. That would be cool if people could just be like, oh, I know what that is. That's cool. And Matthias, last question, asks, what language do you speak? English. And if you speak Spanish, would you make a video in Spanish? Unfortunately, I'm only monolingual. I only speak English and a few words in Tagalog, but very, very little. Sorry, I can't make a Spanish video. But thank you for watching. If you're from Spain, that's awesome. I'd love to visit Spain and Portugal and those areas sometime. And that brings us to the final question. So thank you very much. Sorry I had to gloss over a few of you guys' questions as some of them were repeats. Don't mean it any negative way, but I just had to keep it quite short. This is already running over time. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or night and take care. Thank you for your questions.